Hello, welcome to this session about depth first search. It's a graph traversal technique, so which is based on stack data structure. So you have to know the pop and push operations. So we'll in this diagram we'll try to traverse with the depth first search approach. So we start from A. So we have to follow three instructions here: push it to the stack, output, and mark as read. So let's see how we can do this. So we start from A. We first push it to the stack. We push A to the stack, and then this is the output sequence. We add A to the output sequence, then we mark as visited. Next we try to see the adjacent unvisited nodes from A. Adjacent unvisited nodes from A. So B and S are adjacent unvisited nodes. So according to that alphabetical order, we go to B. So what we have to do is we push it to the stack, add it to the output sequence, and we mark as visited. So when traveling to the next item, we always look at the stack. In the right corner you have the stack. The top item is B. From B we try to find adjacent unvisited nodes. So from B it's only connected to A, which is already visited. So it's an adjacent visited node. We are searching for adjacent unvisited nodes. Adjacent unvisited nodes. So since there are no adjacent unvisited nodes, we stop from there. So we pop B out of the stack. Then we again see what is available in the stack here, which is A. So from A we try to see the adjacent unvisited nodes, which is S. So you push it to the stack, you add it to the output sequence, and then you mark as visited. Very simple, we have to follow these three instructions. So from S, now we always then look at the stack to see to which node we have to look at. So that is S. The stack says you have to look at S. Then we try to come to S and see adjacent unvisited nodes. So those are C and G. According to the alphabetical order, we'll go for C. We push it to the stack. We add it to the output sequence. Then we mark as visited. So from C, so then we go to the stack to see what is on top of the stack, that is C. So from C we go for the adjacent unvisited nodes. Those are D, E, and F. We'll start from D with the alphabetical order. We next follow the three instructions, push it to the stack, add it to the output sequence, and mark as visited. So we'll again look at the stack. Okay, on top of the stack you can find D, and from D we'll try to see the adjacent unvisited nodes. So there are no such nodes. D is connected to C, which is already visited, which is highlighted in yellow. So highlighting in yellow means once we visit we highlighted in yellow. So D does not have adjacent unvisited nodes, so we pop it out of the stack. So we remove it from the stack. Now the stack says go to C. So we go to C. From there we find again the adjacent unvisited nodes. Those are E and F. In alphabetical order we go to E. We push it to the stack. Next we add it to the output sequence. Next we mark as visited. So we follow the same instructions. From E, the stack says E, then you have to start from C. E, the adjacent unvisited nodes, that is H. You add H. to the output sequence, to the stack, you push H to the stack. So these three instructions you have to follow in the proper order. You push it to the stack, then you add it to the output sequence. Next you mark as visitor. From H, let's see the adjacent. So the stack says you have to try from H now. H adjacent out unvisited nodes, that is G. You add it to the stack, push it to the stack. So add means push. In order to add an operation, add an element to the stack, you have to use the push operation. So it says push it to the stack, G. Then you add it to the output sequence. Then you mark as visitor. So now it says, the stack says you have to travel from G so we come here, we see adjacent and visited nodes, which is F. You push it to the stack, you add it to the output sequence, and you mark as visited. Very simple. Then we look at the stack from F. The stack says you have to look at from F. From F, there's no adjacent unvisited node, so we can pop it out of the stack. That means remove it from the stack. Then we go to G. The stack says look at G. From G, there's no unvisited adjacent nodes, so you pop out the G. Then you go to H. The stack says you have to look at H, so which is highlighted, which is selected. So then you look at H, no one adjacent unvisited nodes, you pop out. You do the same for E, because from E there's no adjacent unvisited nodes. No unvisited adjacent unvisited nodes from C, you remove it. From S also no adjacent unvisited nodes, you remove it. From A also no adjacent unvisited nodes, you remove it. So the stack is empty. The stack is empty now, so we can have the output sequence. So if you have a traversal with depth first search, we have the output sequence as A, B, S, C, D, E, H, G, F. So this is highlighted. This is the output sequence: A, B, S, C, D, E, H, G, F. So this is how the nodes are visited. First the A node, next the B node, next the S node, next the node C, node D, node E, node H, node G, node F. A, B, S, C, D, E, H, G, F. So that's the end of depth first search session. Thank you very much.